This is Dan French with the Sound Off. I'm going to talk today about how to avoid getting overcharged or not getting a refund. You know, a lot of people, they go in and get a loan and then they don't understand that, hey, if I cancel or something happens, what money do I really get charged for, and do I get a refund for that amount? Let's get right into this video. Estate agent, and my client was getting a loan from Rocket Mortgage. They got approved through them. Now, what Rocket Mortgage does is they go through the process of, and this is just Rocket Mortgage. There's other lending institutions that do that. Now, good businesses, you look at the client and you say, okay, we're going to charge you these fees, but we're not going to charge you till you get the loan closed or you're at the end. So what Rocket Mortgage's model is they get you into a contract and they charge you, let's say, a $500 appraisal fee. Now, me as a real estate agent, what I did is I got the home inspector out there first. Hey, look, if there's a problem with this house, we need to figure this part of it out. So they went out to this house, and the home inspector looked at it and said, man, there's some electrical stuff going on. And then the big part was the foundation. If you got a foundation issue on a home, you need to back away right then. You need to just say, hey, I'm out. So we didn't know this until the home inspector went out there. It does, obviously, some of these homes, you look at them from the outside, it looks fine. But when you get somebody in there that's, got a lot more in depth on what's going on with the house, as a home inspector, they say, hey, you know what, I would back out. So we ended up wanting to back out of this deal. Now, as a lending institution, they charge you for a credit report fee anywhere from $30 to $50. You have an appraisal fee. You have loan origination fees. And there's other miscellaneous fees, right? You got title fees, and these are all part of your closing costs. Now, the third-party fees is the appraisal. So in this case, what they did is that Rocket Mortgage charged this client $500, and they ended up not getting the loan, right, from Rocket Mortgage. They were going to go back to Rocket Mortgage. Everything was going to be fine. Now, what Rocket Mortgage did is they now put them on a drip call. So they were getting these calls like 5 times a day, they were telling me. Like, hey, what's going on? Rocket Mortgage, what's going on? And I mean, look, lending institutions need to understand that doesn't work, right? That's just not the way you sell. So they were already committed to using them. And then they went through the process and got an appraisal, right? And the appraisal was backed out. So they're thinking, well, I'm going to get my $500 back, or it's going to be credited to the next deal. So what Rocket Mortgage did is they charged them right then for a partial of the appraisal and a copy of the report. They charge them for the credit report. So instead of giving them the full $500 back, they charged them right then and said, okay, we're moving on. Yet the client never got a copy of anything from the appraisal. And then I believe the client went and challenged it. And what Rocket Mortgage sent to the Visa or whoever this creditor was that they signed up for an installment loan. So when you're signing these contracts, especially like with Rocket Mortgage, you got to be thorough and you got to understand, if they were to come to me, they didn't ask me right away because I was representing the real estate side. You have to find out this information because you want to avoid getting into a problem like this and also avoid paying these fees. What they sent to Visa to challenge this, because the client was upset, the client only got back $292 and they kept $207. So I think it's bad business because for me, I would say, look, I wouldn't work with a company like that because why would you charge me now and then later down the road, everything's fine, and then we have this issue, and then you're constantly calling me all day, 5 times a day after I've already committed to working with you? That's unnecessary. So I just feel it's bad business, and I feel that these are things that you need to avoid. You also need to shop what the fees are for the lender. I mean, look, interest rate's important. Everybody's going to start there. But if somebody comes to me and, we do a full buyer presentation, right? When you meet with me, I got a full buyer presentation that goes down and just, bullet points, everything else. These are things that you have to be aware of as a consumer. That way you're not out money. And look, Rocket Mortgage and them, they have conflict. Other lending institutions have done this as well, and there's conflict. And to avoid the conflict, know what you're signing for, know what fees you have and what's involved, and please, do the homework, because all it's going to do is cost you time and money, and now you're challenging an entity or a corporation to try to get your money back. Good luck on that. This is Dan French with the Sound Off. We'll see you at the next video. Please subscribe, like the channel. Appreciate the opportunity and everything you've provided.